Hello everyone, welcome to Cybersecurity Think Tank. So today we are going to start the lab 23, scanning for the network vulnerabilities using the GFI LANguard. And the earlier labs we have done the scanning part. We have scanned the network to get the detail. I'm like talking about IP address, I'm talking about the port details, I'm talking about network topology scanning, I'm talking about like to get the port scanning, to get the active states system, to get the passive state of the system. So basically what we had done in the earlier labs, this is all about the network scanning to get the detail of the network, like IP, like ports, like number of services, like each and everything we have done. Now the question is all about the vulnerabilities. As we are talking about the security concern, so we have to think like what are the vulnerabilities in our network. You guys are working like maybe a security professional, so you have to think like that what are the number of vulnerabilities in a particular network, so that we can target that vulnerability. Target simply means we can patch up them, right? So this is all about the VA part of scanning. So today we are going to start the lab scanning for the network vulnerability by using GFI LANguard. I'm going to tell you Nessus GFI LANguard, right? These are the great tools in case I'm talking about especially network audit for the scanning and map, as I've told you. So in this lab we are going to use the GFI LANguard. Scanning vulnerabilities using only one vulnerability scanning tool might not be sufficient, but as a professional hacker or being a pen tester, you should always try to perform vulnerability scanning by using different tools, technology. And it's very important to become a proficient and used to various different kind of vulnerability scanning tools and techniques. So this lab is we are going to show you the vulnerability scanning with this tool. So first thing, to get the detail about this tool, we'll use Google as always, right? So GFI LANguard, we got it, right? So first link, www.gfi.com, products and the network, products and solution, and then GFI LANguard download. So this is the option from this site you can download, right? So you can see here, this software designed for the business use only, not for the like personal use. So download the link for the license key to activate your 30-day trial period, and it will send to your mail by mail. So we encourage you to review our global privacy policy. So you guys have to give your detail, then you can get that that activation code on your Gmail account. So you have to give your detail. So here I'm just giving my detail. Manish Sharma, and then email ID we have created for this, lab.demonstration@gmail.com for you. So we can paste, then companies Ducara, Info Solutions Private Limited, right? Then phone number is my Shalamba, then country is India. So get me free trial now. As we have the link, we can now download. It will take some time. I agree. Then just trying to connect. You can see here it will take a time because it's all about 288 MB, right? So it will take 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we can we can get the detail what kind of the tool is. You can see here the system requirements, and for licensing and the suggest specification, this is all about the product documentation. Installing support. Number of, here you can see the G5 is providing you the network security solution, G5 LAN guard with monitor, event manager, and the point security. Right. So this is the manual, the 8-sheet brochures, smart guide. Scripting manual. Learn how to configure G5 LAN guard. Gain more granular control through the various scripting languages supported by the GFI. So to get first install, right? So you can get the overview. Okay, you can get the PDF file, the complete overview of right. So this is the network security scanner, patch management, right. So number of things we have, you can see here. So it's all about. So we can think about it. Smart guide. Meanwhile, it will take some time to download. Let me check it again. Right. So it will take some time, right? So we have the multiple things. Sorry. Welcome to the GFI LAN guard. It's all in one solution for the patch management, the vulnerability scanning, and the network auditing. Introduction, what kind of tool it is? Right, so this guide is designed to give a high level overview of GFI LAN guard, what it does, how to effectively use the power of GFI LAN guard. This is an important tool to help plan a successful deployment. You can see the audit we are talking about. So LAN guard product overview, why customer, 5 major topics, how to keep an computer secure and up to date, an example of GFI report. So the product overview is, you can see here, the GFI LAN guard, the comprehensive network management solution. It acts as a virtual security consultant, helping in the following areas: patch management, vulnerability checking, you can see vulnerability scanning, network and the software auditing, asset inventory, mobile device management, risk analysis and compliance, and simply stated, scan, detect, assesses and helps rectify the security vulnerabilities on the network. Scan for missing non-security patches, security patches, service packs, and more. Has powerful reporting to identify the issues and lock down the network against hacker. Very important, right? then provide a complete network security overview with a minimal administrative effort. So here we have the detailed GFI guard scan analyze helps and remediate your network either agent based or agentless. GFI LAN guard scan the network for security related issues and gather security relevant information. It gathers information about security vulnerabilities, missing patches, missing service packs, open ports, open shares, user and groups. So complete detail. We are talking about the system and administration level. We can get each and everything. With the result of scan, you can then analyze the state of your network. Complete status. A vulnerability level is assigned to each scan computer based on the item found during the audit. So GFI LAN guard also provide the report and the result comparison. What kind of report? Later we'll discuss in this PDF. So after scanning and analyzing GFI LAN guard to remediate the security issue, automating the process where possible. After creating a baseline scan, you can identify any differences or change to the security and computer configuration for all the computers in the network. You can decide to take such actions as to deploy missing Microsoft and non-Microsoft updates, rollback updates, deploy custom software script, and uninstall unauthorized application, open remote desktop. You can see here the multiple options we have, right? Why customers should purchase. The actual quality they are providing, they are saying 5 reasons we have. Scan the network for the security and vulnerabilities. We have discussed automatically detecting and uninstalling the unauthorized application, ordering software with PC, have what software and hardware devices on the network. Hardware device also, right? Receive alerts. We are talking about the IDS working like, and the report regarding the security environment of the network. To automate the patch management, conduct the network auditing and network health monitoring, aid the compliance for the security regulation for the require regular vulnerability assessment. Right? So to assess the managed security of the smartphones and tablets used by the employees, like we talked about the buyout also. So before deploying the license we need, then system installation requirements, scanning profile, what you need to know, and choosing the right database and scanning and performing the tapes. So installation requirement, you can check the processor, physical storage we need, supporting operating system, supporting database for mobile, agent, scanning profile. You can see here what you need to know. Out of box, the GFI LAN guard comes with the comprehensive list of the scanning profile, a list of available at, you can click here, you get the list, the complete and the combination scan, vulnerability assessment scan, network and software audit scan, right? How far we have done. So complete combination is simply the combination of network, your server, and each everything is complete network scan. Then especially for the vulnerability assessment scan and network and the software audit scan, including your software also. So scanning profile, the set of criteria used by the like define the scan, database recommendations, scanning and performance tips, agentless scan, non-stalls on the client machine, non-stalls. All processing is done by the central server. No sources from the client machine are required. Work on the rough device and system where agents are not supported. Directly you can choose server, you can install that particular machine on that server. We can work client. Have the better performance due to the distributed load across client. Work better in the low bandwidth environment also, because the communication between the server and the client is much less intensive than in the case of agentless scan, right? So it requires a low bandwidth. Doesn't mean like that we need very high bandwidth. No. Better support for the laptop, because agents will continue to do their job and they are online and they just will synchronize with the server improve the result accuracy because the total scan have access to more information. The more they scan, then relay agents, right? How it will work, the agents, how relay agent work. So first is the scanning agent automatically on the selected computer. Scanning agent will install on the Windows system. Then by default, the scanning agent perform a full scan on their machine once per day, daily, right? But the frequency, the scan time and the scanning profile can be configured. It's totally up to you how you are just configured your scanning process. So scanning agents consume the CPU power only when the host computer is audited, not all the time, right? So this is normally few minutes per day, and priority of the process below normal so that it will not interface with the done problem with the machine. So I'm telling you, these are the multiple feature. That's why, as I've told you, Nessus N GFI LANguard is an awesome tool. The awesome package, I'm telling you. It's not a single working tool, it's a complete package. Right. So GFI LANguard scanning agents communication registered GFI LANguard. So we're using the TC port 1070. The port number can be configured. Then how the relay agent work. Then a scanning agent can be assigned as a relay agent, one relay agent per remote site, right? This is very important. Just a second. Then keeping your computer secure and up to date. So to update and secure your computer, you must update the GFI LANguard, that detecting and remediating missing security patches. Important part in your report. So it is recommended that you install the service pack first. After the service pack are deployed, we recommended to rescan the network, which will give the complete list of your patches. After the scan, then no service packs are available, then deploy any missing patches. And then finally, GFI LANguard can also remediate the patches service pack if pre-approved by the admin. Detecting and remediating other network vulnerabilities, like to get detail about the particular vulnerability, come with a tool with the help Ajax vulnerability by remotely uninstalling unauthorized software or EXEs working in your system. That may be like, that particular EXE or application is doing some malicious activity. Then can scan the router, switches, firewall and the printer for the firmware version that you are running, and notify that if vulnerability exists in that version. If your version has a vulnerability, we recommended that you should update. Then their detail. So this is all about the GFI LANguard. We have discussed the requirement for how can we configure, what kind of report we are going to get, what kind of work we can do with, number of detail. You got it? Here you can see, as I've told you, we have shown you the three type of profile. Scanning profile, we have the complete combination, the scan profile, vulnerability assessment, network and the software audit profile. You can see here the detail. There's a complete combination in which we have three category: full vulnerability assessment, full scan inactive, and full scan the slow network, right? Then vulnerability assessment, top sense. Isn't great, guys? I mean, like, there is nothing like you are just going to check the single vulnerability. As we are talking about the web application, it's all about top 10 vulnerabilities in the web application, and in case we are talking about network, we have the great one, Sense Top 20. I'm telling you the brand, that name, every client, according to my experience, I'm telling you, in case we are just going for any client and we are just saying that your network, we are just going to secure your network, we are going to check, we are going to do the vulnerability assessment process, on your networks. They are looking for that you are going to audit, you are going to check, you are going to scan the network by using a standard of SANS top 20. So use the scanning profile to eliminate all vulnerability reporting in SANS top 20. I'm telling you. So honestly, it's a great one, right? Then high security vulnerability, last year vulnerabilities, the latest I'm talking about. Isn't great? I mean, like the latest vulnerabilities you guys can scan, you guys can check, you guys can find out all these. It's very important. See, security is all about to update yourself, every time. In case I'm just thinking that we can make a report, right? Today we have done the scanning part, we have done the audit part, we have secured a network. It doesn't mean that after 1 hour it's still secure, because hackers are finding new bugs always, new vulnerability always, right? So important. Then network and software audit. In that we can get the patches also. So Trojan port, important, right? As we know that Trojan. So this is a scanning for an eliminate the TCP IP port. So missing patches are not performed by this profile. Port scanning, software audit, full TCP and the UDP scan. Only SNMP, ping them all the computers. Shared printer, uptime, disk space, system information, hardware audit, network discovery. You can see here the complete detail I'm telling you, right? This is specially designed, I'm telling you guys, GFI LAN guard. As you can see, the word LAN is for network we are talking about in a particular subnet. So Nessus is also the great one, but still I'm telling you, for the network only I'm saying, in case somebody asking me, especially for network audit, or especially for the network scanning, especially for the network VAPT part, I'll suggest to go for GFI LAN guard, because specially designed for the network, not for the web application, not for the mobile, not for anything. Specially designed for network. Right? So this is very important. So now we can check how much we have downloaded for you. So I think almost we have, isn't great? I'm like, we have done almost. It will take hardly 1 to 2 minutes. So this is all what we have discussed, right? About number of different type of scanning profile in GFI LAN guard. What is GFI LAN guard? What kind of scanning? What kind of report we are going to get? How the agent is working? What is the backend process? How you can configure? And important is we got the activation keys also. You can see here. So dear Manish, thank you for registering for the trial version of GFI LAN guard. $1,000 of the business. Already enjoying this. Install and activate your trial now. To get started, you need 30-day trial, and this is the key to use. So we can use the key to ask installation. Then we can use it. Here we go. So download finished successfully. To start the installer, click on next. Okay. As I told you, this is the big tool, not the small one. You can see here. So thank you for downloading GFI LAN guard. Here we go. Closing these windows. Clicking on yes. It's extracting the core components. So as we have done our primary work to understand this tool, now this time is to just show you an example how to use, right? Okay. Install. It's done, I think. Smart Guide. I'll suggest you, when you're going to use, you should go with this first. So you can see here the same key has been taken. Right? So company name we can give here is Ducara Info. And the next, you can give a password 1 2 3 4 5, the domain, you have given the password, that is window credential you have to give, Windows password. So you can see here the installation is very huge. So in the Nessus Labs, I've shown you directly how you guys can use. That's why in the Nessus Lab we didn't show you the install, because it will take around, sometimes it will take around 1 hour to get all the directory downloaded, then install. Right, it's very, it will take a lot of time. Finally, the setup is complete, so we can launch GFI Guard. Click on finish. It's done. We have. Multiple profiles, multiple configuration. As I've told you, it's a huge tool, so it will take some time also. So it's working now. Okay. Continue evaluation. So you can see now the great one, the view dashboard, remediate the security issue, manage agents, and launch a scan. So multiple things you can do. Here you can see your trial period expires in 30 days. So first thing is we are just going to click on finally launch scan. We can click. You can see here the target field, the complete detail we have, scan target, local host, and all. So it has been started. You can see here the scan target, the local host. Scan process when started. Estimate scan time is 5 minutes. The computer detected alive, one computer responding during the network discovery. 12 audit operation processed. Right? Computer scan complete in this. Profile is full scan, and you can see here stop button. This is all about report, multiple type of report. Isn't great? You can see the detail here. Remediate, deploy, uninstall software patches, deploy customer software, uninstall application, malware protection, and it's activity monitoring. It's not only about you're doing scanning only. You can monitor your network also. So target is local scan, full scan, right? Report I have told you. Here you can go for some configuration part, scanning profile as I've told you, schedule scan, mobile devices, software category, application inventory, software patches, database, alerting option, complete detail. And utilities, the host name, IP to resolve, DNS as I've shown you in the starting, DNS trace route, who is enumerate computer, all these details with SNMP, all. And we are on scan. Dashboard part, from where we have started, the entire network, and this computer is in that particular network. Then computers, history, vulnerabilities, patches, ports, softwares, hardwares, system. You can see here, multiple graphs in the 3D structure. We have to get the detail. We are just getting the vulnerabilities in 4 ways: high, medium, low, not available, right? Audit status. You can go for Dukara this time because taking time, getting disconnected. That's why showing only one computer. So to check the detail of this, we can get on system detail. You can see here, mining computer that alive. On 1867 audit operation processed. To take some time to get stop. All the time I'm saying it will take some time because it's a huge one. When you're just thinking about to install, when you're just thinking about to get started, when you're just thinking about to get stop, it's all the time. It's taking some time. So. So you got the detail showing the IP 192.168.1.102. The name is system is Parna-Lappy. This Windows 7 Gold is working on the particular system. Number of ports we can see here. The TCP ports 7 are open and UDP 7 ports are open. Hardware detail. The networking device 14, USB device 10, local devices 5, processor 2, motherboard, complete detail, system information, 6 shares, password policy, security policy is off, registry, NetBIOS name, computer group, and each and everything. In case you are just clicking on security audit policy, you can see here account information login event, complete detail with the alert, access, change, user tracking. Right, as you can see here, processor 2, so first one is AMD, both are same 2 times. We got the vendor, AMD, and the speed is of the processor. This is all about the BIOS, this is all about the hardware configuration detail of the system we got in the scan. TCP port 7's 135 description is DC endpoint resolution. Process name is for the host.exe. The path is this. The command line is this. Right? 445. You can see here the complete port detail also. Then other devices. These are the number of devices. To check the motherboard detail, product name, manufacturer is HP, version 21.47, serial number, BIOS name, BIOS vendor, BIOS version, release date, and BIOS serial number. So isn't great tool, I'm telling you, right? As I've told you, and this is all about the single system I'm talking about. In case you have 1,000 system in your network, then also you'll get this kind of report. Isn't great, I mean, right? Display adapter, storage, SATA we have, you can see here HP. You can check the registry over here, registry or owner, organization, product name, current build number, current type, version, path name, product ID, software type, system root, the vendor identifier, authentic, AMD you can see here. Right, so this is all about the multiple things. So we have shown you the complete. Here you can see the type. We have done the full scan. You guys can choose whatever the scanning profile you want to choose, like slow, as I told you. In the PDF you can see here I have discussed with you hardware audit, security vulnerabilities, month patches, the year all. Scan target is a local host, so we can give the IP address. Now right, so as we can give the IP address here. So we are just giving the IP address of a system, subnet 192.168.1.4. So we here this time we are going for full vulnerability assessment. This time we are going to start this one. We are just clicking on scan. Credential, you can see the alternate credentials. You have to give a username and password. So you can give the username money, password is 12345 to start the scan. So you can see the scan target is 192.168.1.4. a system in that particular this intranet we have. Scan progress. The profile you can see here, the full vulnerability assessment we are going to do with this term. It's building computer list, resolving host, determine the computer that are alive in the particular network, scan thread, can see here. It will take some time to validate operation processed. Still working. It's validating target and all. You can see the estimated time, 4 minutes. So we got the network and software audit, system information, NetBIOS name, Tucara PC, SWA group, the file service, server services, and the master browser, the computer's MAC address and the TTL value of that packet in the domain of work group. Still is working. This time, as we are just using the full vulnerability assessment, the first time what profile we have used is full scan. The response time is this computer doesn't have a vulnerability level assigned, right? So it's good for us. The possible reason is this: we can view the report. It's a great network security overview, vulnerability status. You can see here high, medium, low. You can see here the details, patching status, the full audit. We can generate the report, right? Here we go, the multiple graphs we have, the install and the missing updates, distribution chart by the severity. So multiple we have: critical, important, moderate, low, and undefined, as I've told you, right? And the missing update, 3D graph we have, the critical, important, moderate, low, and undefined also. Then is install update. These are the critical. Opera, security updates of Windows 7, this is this. Install update. Listing by computer, right? So this is all about. So you can click on dashboard. The audit status here is as we have done, right? Successfully scanned recently. These are the details of localhost. You can see here the complete detail. We are completely, the audit status is showing the green signal. We have done it. The name of this, IP address, MAC address. You can see here the manufacturer. The model isn't great, like operating system, the workstation, language, OS installed, and the service tag. Awesome, guys, I'm telling you, it's really great. There's a graph, last scan started, right? This is the scan activity. Remediation activity we don't have. Open ports are 14. We can, in case you are clicking, we can get that detail. USB device, the port detail here, we got it. 7 TCP and 7 UDP details. Single port, you guys can get the detail. The service.exe description, path with the process command line. Awesome one, I'm telling you. There is no vulnerability, right? And deploy agent, click here to learn more. This is all about the complete detail we have done. So this is all about purpose. The huge lab we have covered with the GFI LAN guard to get the complete and in-depth vulnerability assessment detail of a network. We have done 2 profiles. You guys can do the practice with the multiple profiles. You guys can do the scanning, right? So this is all about, we have covered GFI LAN guard, right? And the lab, simply this is scanning for the network vulnerabilities by using GFI LAN guard. Your lab 23rd we have covered, we have finished. Thank you so much.